Hi, I'm Bryce Wylde, and I've been practicing functional medicine for well over 20 years now. I'm a four-time best-selling author, host of my own television show, podcaster, and now I can't wait to share with you the incredible science and effectiveness of bioenergy Ryajev. Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, or simply NAD. This is a natural molecule found within every cell of your body, and it plays a crucial role in many biological processes that maintain health throughout your entire life. In particular, it plays a significant role in cellular energy production, distribution, and tissue repair. The NAD metabolome acts in the mitochondria to help produce the energy that cells need to function. NAD also switches DNA maintenance and repair processes on and off in response to cellular damage and oxidative stress, which are a fundamental result of the aging process. It's very well established that one of the most potent causes of biological aging and its symptoms is the decline in cellular NAD. Physical signs such as lower energy levels, reduced strength, lower cognitive function, lower recovery time after injury in particular, and increased oxidative damage are likely due to the falling levels of NAD associated with increasing age. However, NAD is not the only molecule implicated in the aging process. We also find high energy carrying molecules like ATP, antioxidants like glutathione, and hormones like cortisol, the stress hormone, play a significant role. It seems that managing all these parameters together rather than individually would be of great benefit. However, as NAD levels decline with age, it's harder for cells to continue the vital processes of life. If low NAD levels persist over time, this results in an accumulation of cellular damage that leads to many negative health consequences associated with aging symptoms. And many scientists believe that maintaining high levels of NAD as you age is one of the most promising ways to combat the ravages of aging. But it should be stressed that increasing NAD alone may not be enough. A full spectrum approach by deploying a comprehensive supplement platform is the key. In fact, cellular NAD, which is so vital and responsible for so many fundamental biological functions, reduces by a shocking average of 50% every 20 years. By the age of 40, cellular levels are drastically impaired by the accumulation of oxidative stress. There are simple ways, however, to boost NAD, but as with many cellular systems in the body, biology employs a network of different pathways and enzymes. Therefore, it's essential to understand that NAD system in order to identify the most effective and sustainable way to boost NAD. If you feel a decline in energy levels, decreased strength or stamina in the gym, and longer recovery times, and you've heard of NAD, well now you have, in the supplement category, you may have been tempted to start supplementing with it. But you will want to choose the best option, which provides the most significant increase in overall cellular NAD. The good news is that the cell's capacity to make NAD is not lost as we age, but rather slowly and surely deactivated. It's possible to reactivate the production mechanisms and restore your cell's youthful ability to make its own NAD, but the science is very clear that a lone precursor isn't the solution. To increase cellular NAD enough to restart self-repair, restoring the mechanisms that enable the cell to efficiently produce its own NAD in the long term is the solution. And after years researching the interactions within this biological network, scientists have identified the optimum combination of interventions that will have the most efficient and sustainable impact on the network associated with NAD production. Allow me to introduce you to bioenergy Ryajev. This is a revolutionary, proprietary, and evidence-based combination of a very special type of vitamin B3 and bioenergy D-ribose. These ingredients work effectively together to restore the internal processes that enable the cell to make and recycle its own NAD and go beyond anything that's on the market that behaves as a single precursory ingredient. This whole system approach can 1. Restore the cell's youthful ability to recycle used NAD, Number 2, increase the cell's ability to make new NAD. 3, provide the necessary raw ingredients to the cell for making NAD. 4, make more energy within the cell in the form of ATP. 5, deactivate hormonal responses associated with stress, like cortisol and an overly active sympathetic nervous system. 6, improve sleep quality. And 7, what so many of us need to control is blood sugar after a meal. Phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate, or PRPP more simply, is the active form of D-ribose in the cell. When a D-ribose molecule is transported into the cell, it exists as ribose 1-phosphate, which is subsequently activated into PRPP. D-ribose can also exist within the cell as ribose 5-phosphate, which feeds into the pentose phosphate pathway directly to assist with energy metabolism. Stick with me here. This process creates high-energy phosphates and provides the right biochemistry to the body that works to create an improved environment for B3 conversion. In fact, the Bioenergy Life Sciences research team has even coined the term D-ribose-driven NAD salvage. That's a term unknown to science until just recently. Considering the metabolic role of nicotinamide and D-ribose combined, the BLS research team actually hypothesized that adding a combination of these substrates within a single dose structure would enhance a conversion to the active forms of each molecule quickly and more efficiently. And they were right. Ultimately, they found many alternative benefits as well to the dosing structure, which are not addressed in typical NAD science. D-ribose-driven NAD salvage enhances nicotinamide and its dose response. This is incredibly exciting news. The BLS scientific research team also indicates that a lone precursor approach does not address the cause of NAD decline. At first, taking direct NAD precursors alone may actually seem like a good idea. Maybe you're giving the cell more of these raw materials so it would synthesize more NAD, right? But for that assumption to be correct, it would imply that older cells have fewer NAD because they don't have enough raw materials to manufacture NAD. Research tells us this isn't the case. The decline in NAD levels as we age results from several malfunctioning pathways. And supplementing with a single direct precursor does not address the malfunctioning enzymes at each point in the salvage pathway and cannot optimize the action of B vitamins in the body. D-ribose, however, does improve the bioavailability of B vitamins, specifically vitamin B3, by enhancing the recruitment of the vitamins into the critical pathways that sustain cellular health and prevent excess accumulation of oxidative stress. That's aging. Bioenergy D-ribose therefore successfully completes the NAD salvage circuit and revolutionizes the body's use of B vitamins. Ultimately, the age-related decline in NAD is due to the increased demand for NAD, whilst the cell has a decreased supply of NAD and can't meet the demand placed upon the body by aging. In other words, a decreased supply of NAD happens because the cells cannot produce as much NAD as they could when they were much younger. The salvage pathway is the largest source and reserve of NAD production within cells via recycling nicotinamide back into fresh NAD. And to effectively increase NAD and simultaneously support the salvage pathway, the answer is not only to increase the supply of precursory material, but to increase the efficiency of the material already present in the cells. And this approach addresses both the requirement for an increase in NAD and an increase in the molecules which assist the body in retaining NAD. And Bioenergy Ryajev is this whole system answer to preventing the decline of ATP and antioxidants, but more particularly NAD, with the added benefit of broadly improving the ability of aging people to maximize the use of their B vitamins. This is a revolutionary concept to help anyone who wants to enhance cellular power in order to fuel their mind and body and live their best life.